Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Kalel, and I'm bringing you another movie review. Sorry about the absence. I had to get a new camera and a new mic from the fiasco that happened in the last review. So I'm back. This one's going to be about A Million Ways to Die in the West. It was directed, produced, and casted by Seth MacFarlane. Also, he was in the movie as Albert, as Charlize Theron, Sarah Silverman, Liam Neeson, Neil Patrick Harris, Giovanni Ribisi, who was in Ted as well with him, the creepy dad guy. And it has a couple other people, but those are the most notable. Set in the West, Albert, aka Seth MacFarlane, is basically a sheep farmer. He lives with his parents. He's a good guy. He's a little more smarter than everybody in his town, which leads him to get into a lot of trouble with dueling and really just a lot of stuff. Charlize Theron plays Liam Neeson's character's wife, who is tasked to go to the city and wait until he shows up with a whole bunch of stuff where they meet up. And then she gets thrown into a whole situation where she meets Albert, aka Seth MacFarlane. And then they start hitting it off, and not really, it was more platonic at the beginning. He just wanted to, protect her from something, and then she started kind of helping him with a couple of things, because he tends to offend people, and the one person he offended was Neil Patrick Harris's character, which then he stupidly challenges him to a duel. He can't shoot worth anything. He doesn't want to shoot for anything. And as Amanda Seyfried, she plays his ex, who's one of the materialistic girls of our generation. Back then, go figure. I think it all started with her type of character, where she wants to be rich. She wants to be with a guy who makes her feel better about herself. She doesn't really want to look at the good in people. She just wants to be a plaything for a rich person and be able to spend money. Basically arm candy. So Neil Patrick Harris' character plays a rich, pompous asshole who's got a mustache. And everybody in the West, it's sort of a class warfare. If you had a mustache, no matter how bad you dress, you were considered rich, because that was I guess the thing. It's kind of like having Dre Beats now, supposedly, or let's say a BenQ monitor, or etc. Basically, that's an amenity that not a lot of people can have. Albert doesn't have one, so he basically loses her, and that was his whole thing. He wanted to make her happy without her having to make him happy. He didn't care about that. He doesn't want to care about that. So Charlize Theron kind of instills it into him that you got to be happy for you, not for somebody else, and you can't have that person treat you bad. So that's basically how the whole movie goes. The whole Million Ways to Die in the West, yeah, it's there, but he doesn't complain about it as much as you think he would. He complains about it a little bit, but as far as the whole thing, he doesn't complain about it as much. There's a couple scenes where he's just like, this sucks, because of the fact that he just broke up, or Amanda Seyfried's character broke up with him, and he just doesn't really care about life anymore. He doesn't want to do anything. Giovanni Ribisi's and Sarah Silverman character, hilarious. He's basically your typical good guy, and she's a hoe, a whore back then. They've never had sex because they believe that it would be against their morals as Christians. They want to wait until they get married. But he will be waiting in the whorehouse while she gets slammed by 15 other guys, and then she'll come down the stairs and give him a kiss and say sorry about whatever's happened, or stuff like that. And then when they go on a date, she has to come back at a certain time because a guy's coming into town, yada yada. So he starts thinking about, well, what if we did this? And she's like, no. So he keeps egging on. Finally, they are almost there. Then something happens. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm trying not to spoil it. So basically, that's how the whole movie goes in a nutshell. I liked it. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I didn't think it was like a Tombstone type western. It was it was like a Blazing Saddles, but not to that nth degree. I don't think it had as much satire as Blazing Saddles, but it was pretty up there. So if you were going to see this movie for any other reason other than a laugh, you're not gonna get it really there. So, but I give it 7 out of 10. Like I said, I wasn't expecting that much, but I wasn't expecting too little. But it actually surprised me with a couple scenes. It was continuous laughter. There was dry humor, and there wasn't dry humor. So I gave it 7 out of 10. Leave your comments in the section below, and let me know how you think. Let me know if you disagree or agree, and then tell me why, and then I'll try to do my best to answer your comments. But as always, this is Cal, and I'll see you for the next review of 22 Jump Street. Alright, see you.